does I see all around tell me nothing? Oh, we can stop the war and children crying. Today what is there, tomorrow will be here. Wake up, my friend, all the world is in fear. Now where it ends, please understand. Tell me something, don't you see it all?
Now or it ends, please understand. Our souls are dying, don't you see it all? Hate or love, material or soul.
A representative of the Canadian Border Services Agency appeared in a Toronto courtroom to explain the deportation arrangements then being made for an individual who had been detained here in Canada without charge on secret evidence for over 6 years and is not affected on a commercial airline. CBSA would turn to SkyService to carry out the deportation. In the opinion of groups such as Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and the United Nations, faces a substantial likelihood of torture. There are half dozen similar cases in Canada, and the implication in court was that CBA would turn to SkyService in each of these anti-service as saying such deportations are absolutely the nature of some of the works that we do, and added that CBSA had engaged their services 8 times since September 2005, that such deportations to torture are ethically, legally, and otherwise flat out wrong. We are here today to call on SkyService executives to meet with us.
So wave to the people in the building. And I'm going to send out we're going to do a bit of a cheer, and maybe they'll get it, because we've been trying for months to talk. Give me a D!
D!
Give me an I!
I!
Give me an A!
A!
Give me an L!
L!
Give me an O!
O!
Give me a G!
G!
Give me a U!
U!
Give me an E!
E!
What's that spell?
Dialogue!
What's that spell?
Dialogue!
What's that spell?
Dialogue!
Do we want a dialogue? Dialogue now!
Dialogue now! Dialogue now! Dialogue now! Dialogue now! Dialogue now! Dialogue
We're going to ask a couple of students and teachers from RFHall and a couple of members of the Caravan now to go to the front door. And we want the rest of you to remain here. Make sure that they can see your signs. And we're going to see if they'll actually commit to a meeting today. Because 5 of our friends are facing deportation to torture via SkyService. So we've been writing to them, we've been calling, and they are refusing so far to respond. So can we get a couple student volunteers? Maybe
Dialogue now! Dialogue now!
But we would like to just ask if we can arrange these 3 months now.
Well, I think the meeting that you need to do is with the people that you need to talk to. SkyService Airlines is not the people involved in your dispute. So SkyService Airlines.
Right, which is owned by the same company that is part of SkyService, right? Like, you've got a thing out on at Pearson Airport. There's a SkyService center there, and when you go to the SkyService website, this is one of the addresses.
One of the addresses. It's all SkyService.
Right.
This is not the company that you want to do business with at this time. We do contract with the Canadian government.
Right.
Every airline does.
That's enough for us. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
That's enough for us.
That's enough for you? We move firefighters, we move hurricane victims, we move a lot of people for the Canadian government.
you
Got a
move other
problem with
stuff too.
that? Talk to the Canadian government.
but
We move prisoners.
well, that's our concern.
That's our
Okay.
concern, exactly.
We move them from Vancouver to Halifax.
Right.
What's your concern?
Well, our concern is
A
that...
prisoner's a prisoner, right?
Well, the thing is, first of all, we have individuals who are held in this country who have not been charged with anything on secret evidence, and they're being threatened with being sent back to Egypt and Syria where they will be tortured. This came out in the federal court. There was a representative from one of your contractors, the Canadian Border Services Agency, who said, we go to SkyService for these kinds of flights. You're quoted in the Globe and Mail as saying, we definitely do these kinds of flights.
So if somebody made a miscommunication as to defining SkyService or what part of it is, then you need to deal with that. So I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you within 10 minutes,
Well, we've actually got...
We're not going to get in a meeting this way. You've sent letters, those letters were responded to.
You're aware of those?
I'm aware.
You're aware, so that is the same company.
Because you sent them to the wrong place. If you want to talk to General,
there's only one SkyService, correct? You say you deport prisoners.
No, I said we move prisoners. We don't deport them.
You don't deport them. That's the government's responsibility.
That's the government's responsibility.
However, if they
but
came
we also
to you,
move passengers. We also
we
move
recognize
firefighters.
that.
We move hurricane victims. And I don't really have a problem with you guys voicing your opinion, but you're kind of causing angst for some of our people. So I'd like you to have your little demonstration.
It's just high school students.
Well, you know what?
we're
Sit there.
people committed to nonviolence here.
No problem. Sit there.
I just want to say that thank you for sharing with us what you would like us to do. We'd like to share with you what we would like from you. And we'd like you to stop providing Canadian taxi service for people to their countries so that they can be tortured. That's what we're asking of you.
And even killed.
I can't speak to that. I don't have any first-hand knowledge of that, and I don't think anybody here has first-hand knowledge of that.
We've got a lot of spots actually that we're going to today. This is just part of a caravan. And actually, do you have a plan? Yeah, provide you with, sir.
Yeah.
This explains what...
I'm not accepting that, sir. Thank you very much.
But this might help ease your
You know what?
angst
You need to speak to those people in authority.
if we're at the wrong spot.
Where is the right spot?
I'm just following orders. I don't know what's...
And where is the right spot then? Tell us where the right spot is if this is the wrong
Probably
spot.
it starts with the Canadian government and flows down from there, but you need to get your facts straight before you cause too much angst with the employees.
To talk with us, we're a friendly group of folks, and this is a serious issue, right? Sending people to torture.
You won't be able to see.
Yeah? What is that like?
We went in there and he was explaining that we were at the wrong place and that they had nothing to do with it. But he wouldn't exactly we're at the wrong place and that we should go straight to the Canadian government. And we kept trying to explain that we couldn't do that.
That was great. Thank you, Andrea. And that was really important. Again, as we've talked about at the retreats, the reason we're here, the guy kept saying, you're causing us angst. And you know what? Martin Luther King used to talk about the fact that the point of nonviolent action is to cause angst. It's to trouble your conscience when you are doing something that is wrong. So, although we're troubling their consciences, we're not threatening them in any way. And as you heard from Andrea, we're just seeking a dialogue. But what was the answer to that dialogue? It was basically, if you're not gone in 10 minutes, we're calling 23 Division Police. So we know now that they're very nervous about this topic. They keep saying they're the wrong company, but then they say, well, we're aware of the correspondence to our company. So I think what is really important about today is they can no longer ignore our letters and our calls and our faxes because you have been here, you've named this place, and hopefully this will open up a dialogue. So congratulations to all, thank you, and we're now going to go on to another site, the Metro West Detention Center. So let's just go back this way, we'll carefully cross the road together and head on towards Metro West. Thank you, thank you.